Hey everyone, it's shadowspeedy here, and today I'm going to be playing Megaman Battle Network, the very first one that came out. It's going to be a little bit different than a regular playthrough, just because I am going to be doing essentially kind of like a hardcore of it. I'm going to call it One Life to Live. I'm going to try to start doing a series of that. We'll get into it here. Essentially, it's the same thing as like a regular playthrough, except that I'm going, if you die, it's game over. If you've never seen the Megaman Battle Network series, or the game or anything, definitely go and watch this series, because Megaman Battle Network's always been one of my very favorite games to play. So, kind of what gave me the idea to do this. I want to play a game that I really enjoy playing. Probably one of my top games of all time is the Megaman Battle Network series, so I'm just going to do a playthrough of it, and because I do know the game so well, I figured put in that little challenge of if you die, you die. When you're dead, you're dead. So yeah, that's going to kind of be the plan for this video. We'll see how far I can get. I wanted to do one first because it's the very first one. So grab the PT here. And I wanted to do one first because one is the one I had the least amount of experience on. I think this was the last game I got in the Battle Network series. I actually got started on 3, and then after we got 3, I got 2. And then from there, I just went 4, 5, 6. We'll go through these emails. So they're checked off that we've done it. Oh, cool. Got a chip out of it. I'm gonna go and get that added in there just to have it, because I think this has escape in it. Does it have escape? It does, okay. Escape action might be kind of useful in this, but I think we'll just get rid of it. I think we have to talk to our mom, yeah. Food's on the table, okay, go and eat. Oh, cool. I have 10. It's not that useful, so just not gonna use it. So yeah, I figured I'd start with the game that I knew the least amount of. That way these series will get progressively better as I go through. Because this is probably the least, when I played the least amount, so it's a good way to just kind of get refreshed back into it. 2 is probably my second one I know the least amount. That or 4. Both of those I'm not the most familiar with. But 2 is definitely the hardest of all the series. So I don't expect that one to last too long. If there's gonna be one I'm not gonna be able to beat, it'll probably end up being 2. But then when we hit 3 is the one I'm the most familiar with. That one I logged way too many times. So I think I just pretty much have to talk to everyone right now. So if you've never seen the Megaman Battle Network game, so far the only 2 navis that you'll actually recognize that I'll mention is this guy in the green here. He has Gutsman. So if you ever played the very first Megaman game, you'll know Gutsman. And of course, Lan, who's the main character we have, he has Megaman, which I'm assuming everyone knows who Megaman is. The girl in the red there has Glide, which I doubt that has come up in any Megaman game other than this. And then the girl that we walk to school with, is currently beside us, male. She has Roll. which Mano Roll? I think Roll was in some of the... Was Roll in the OGs? I don't think Roll may have been in the OGs. Those are pretty much the only megaman characters that we'll know so far in the game, and then there'll be more as we go through the game. So if you've never seen the Mega Man Battle Network game, it's kind of like it's an RPG game, kind of built in the future where you have these net navies that you can log on to the internet or any electrical devices essentially, and your navi can go in and work with the programs and stuff that are in them, and of course when you have programs or anything that's electronical, there could always be bugs or in this case viruses in them. So one thing that your NetNavi also helps do is removes or essentially deletes viruses, and that's essentially what we're learning in class right now. Is we're just going through this tutorial on how to go through and delete viruses. So you use battle chips, and the battle chips are kind of like superpowers that you'll have to kind of make it easier rather than just your standard Mega Buster. So they're just going over that, what the chips are. Right now we're on cannon, and you can select 2 of the same kind of chips. So you can also go and read the description. So the description of these ones here. So you can choose 2 of the same chips here if they're the exact same kind of chips, so we can have 2 cannons. Now we wouldn't be able to select like the cannon and the bomb there because they're 2 different kinds of chips. So of course, you have your basic move around, up, down, left, right. Push the B to use your Mega Buster, and the A to use whatever chip you have in front of you. Our HP's in the top left there, where that arrow is. If that hits 0, then you die, it's game over, which normally just picks you up where you last saved, but like I said, you're just doing 1 life. If we die, it's game over. So that's the custom bar there. So when that fills up, we'll be able to select more battle chips again. And then it just goes up over time. It takes like probably about 5-10 seconds for it to fill up. Not sure on exactly the time there. As you can see, just wait for them to get in line. You push A, use your cannon. Because they both cannons 40 damage, they have 40 HP, it's a one-shot kill. Pretty easy. Again, this is just to teach you what to do. And it's going to teach us the support chips. Like this is actually called normally area grab, but we call it steal in this one. Essentially what it's going to want us to do here is it wants us to use the wide sword, which is attacks the row in front of us, and attacks the whole row, but it can't go any further back than the first row here, and because these guys are 1 row back from it, we need to go and get closer to them and steal their area, and then we can use the wide sword. Now because both these chips have the letter S, so you'll see there on the bottom of the chip they'll have a letter there. Because they're both letter S, we can use them both together. So you'll see that's S, and then that's S. And then this is A and A and an L. So because those are all the same there, we can go up and grab both those. And you can only stay on your side of the playing field there, so we can only go on the red, they can only go on the blue. So you see, we can't go forward, but we'll use a steal. We can go forward, and the wide sword will kill them, but it doesn't quite kill the last one. Oops. Back by accident there. And we got another area grabbing the wide sword, so we'll grab the area, walk up and slice it, and finish up. And there's one more. This is always the really annoying part of the Down series, because the first couple times it was good because it taught you how to play the game, but after you actually know how to play the game, it just takes forever to get through it. Okay, so it's going to teach us how to use the ad next, which I really like the ad system. They removed it in the older games. I think it was 4 is when they started removing it. But I really like the ad system. It added a lot of strategy kind of to what you do, and removing chips that you don't necessarily need or is not good in the circumstance that you're in, and then giving you extra chips. Okay, so yeah. For this one you just select add. Normally what you do in I think 2 and 3 is you'd select the chips you want to remove, and it removes those chips, and then you gain that much of a bonus chip. So you remove 2, you get an additional 2, so you have 7. But the add here, it just gives you an extra row. So as you can see, now we have 5, instead of 5 chips, we have 10. And doing this, we're now able to get 3 bombs. Which we don't necessarily need, but we're going to use, pick them up anyways. So it's good for getting a lot more chips, kind of giving you a lot more options, especially when you have chips that are not good right away, but will be better later on. You don't want to necessarily get rid of them or use them right away because you want to use them later on. Gives you a lot more options there. So PET, personal terminal, you miss that. That's what you store your net nav in. Okay, do we have to talk? I don't think we have to talk, I think we just go home. We got mail. Yeah, so the WWW, or World 3 as they're known as, it's like the crime group, the international crime group that, you know, spreads viruses and stuff, and it's trying to, you know, take over the world kind of thing. But you know, it's just like your regular kind of crime group. You know, they're causing issues, but it's not like they're really affecting many people. And recently there's been ovens catching on fire. And that's why we have a technician in here to make sure that everything is safe and that we're not going to have any of those issues. But some people think that the oven fires are connected with World 3, some of them don't think it is, sometimes some of them think it's just faulty, you know, wiring or something like that, so that's why we get a technician here. And he's just going to go and make sure that everything is good to go. But we're going to go and go onto the net because we're a kid, and we're going to go get our friends on the net. So this is the internet. So this is called ACDC area. So it's the first place that you go in and you start battling stuff. And this is Glide. There's that the red girl that we saw there. It's her Maddie. And we just need to go find their program that's gone missing and bring it back to their homepage. So we'll just go over and try to find it. So our first kind of real battle here. It's actually going to work out pretty well because they're all L's. So yeah, the mini bombs we can normally take together, but the recover 10 we normally couldn't, but because they're all letter L, we can take them all. The mini bombs work out good because the cannons are 50 HP, so the cannon still loses them at 10. So this allows us to still one-shot them. Is this guys? Nope. Okay. And then the battles are just random. So these come up every once in a while. Okay, so the cross gun here, it hits in diagonals from where you hit the original enemy. And I think we could actually kill them all 3 in one shot here. So hit them once and then hit them twice. So we did 30 and 30, kills them all. And then here we got money. So each time you finish the battle, you get something. And then depending on your busting level, it goes from 1 to 10, and then S is like above 10. And the higher your busting level, the better reward you get. So if you have a high busting level, you'll get better rated chips. I don't think any of these are else, no. So we'll get rid of that one, and rid of that. And usually I like to keep the front row enemies because your buster's a lot faster. Just kill it with a sword. So that's one thing, especially when you're battling multiplayer. You want to always stay at the back because it gives you more time to react to attacks and stuff. But your buster fires will always be a lot longer because it takes so much longer to hit the enemy. But likewise, having the same thing to the enemy. So usually a lot of times you'll notice when you're doing net battles with friends, you just always hang on the back row. So there I had a shotgun, which I hit the enemy behind as well. So just line those 2 up. These things are in the first level. These things are usually like, they're not like right at the beginning of the game, but they're, you know, like you get them in like the first hour, or like right at the end of the first hour. It's like usually like the first kind of step up in the difficulty enemies. And I'm just gonna kill them with other stuff because I don't trust my timing with the sword. It does 30 damage. But yeah, 30 damage is actually a lot. Normally, like, you see like 10 to 15 is like usually the range that you get for like the first couple areas in damage, but it was quite a bit. So that door's got nothing but badness through it. Let's go down here. Anything down here? No. Okay. Let's grab the cannons. Anyways, going on the multiplayer, I think it'd be really awesome if they brought Megaman back, like the Megaman Battle Arc series, because the multiplayer was so much fun. Like the amount of strategies that you develop, it's crazy. Because a lot of times, like most of the time, you just stack your strongest stuff in. So this is a store where we can buy some stuff. Cannon seed. That'd actually be really good to get cannon seed. It's pretty powerful actually for 2000. I think the best thing though would be to get HP memory here. And what this will do is it'll give us an extra 20 maximum HP, so we'll now have 120. And it's going to at the top here, we have 120 now. And the extra 20 damage will just really help out a lot. But the multiplayer, there is a Megaman Battle Network game for the Wii U, in the sense that they just ported over the Game Boy Advance versions, but you couldn't do multiplayer on them. And one of the biggest draws for me was the multiplayer of Megaman Battle Network. I'll turn this on instantly so it freezes time. That's annoying. Anyways, the fact that there was no multiplayer was kind of disappointing. So I'd love to see, like on the Switch, if they were to bring back Megaman Battle Network and then have multiplayer on it. Just do this, yeah, it's probably like a 10. Oh no, it still does asset. Alright, here's the program that we are looking for. I just need to find the EYE's homepage. Is this it? Nope. yeah, that's one thing I'd really love to see, is this on the Switch, and then being able to do net battles with the Switch. I think that'd just be so cool. These guys are so strong for where they are. Let's take the 2 shotguns. There we go. I'm curious, I just want to know how many of you guys actually enjoy watching this. Is this something that you want me to continue to do here? Or, like I said, I'd like to finish the series off and kind of see how it goes. And I'd like to continue it. It'd be cool to do it all the way through 1 through 6. Just because I absolutely love the game. 3 enemies, 3 mini bombs. Kill you. Kill you. Yeah, see, I got a 6 here. And I only got 100 zennies, so the lower your ranking is, the less you get. And now Yai's homepage. So there's Glide. We'll talk to Glide to let him know what the program is. And we'll jack out. So something's going on, but we'll go and check this out in the next episode, just because this one's been going on for like almost 22 minutes now. Yeah, so it's been going on for a while, and I want to keep them between 20 minutes long, so I'll see you guys in the next episode, and we'll see what is going on here. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye.